guys, hope you're doing really well. This is a little bit of glimpse from day 2, and this was the evening walk that we had. There was this beautiful street called the Chinatown near the centro that we visited, and this street was so beautiful. Like you can see, it literally gave this China feels, probably because of the lanterns on the top. But it had this Chinese restaurants, it had all the small Chinese kind of accessories, and it was a beautiful thing to watch. And we are finally here, day 3, the last day in Mexico City. So like I said, Mexico City is filled with a lot of trees, and it is always such a beautiful walk in the morning. So we went into this nice bakery which is called Esperanza, and like you can see, everyone is fetching breakfast. Can you imagine eating so much sugar in the morning? But I think that's how it is. This is their breakfast. So we just hopped in here to catch on some desserts so that we can carry it on our flight, because we're going to be moving to another city, like I said. And trust me, the taste was amazing. So we got our favorite donuts and a little bit of croissants, and the layering was just perfect. So we had quite some time before we had to catch the flight. So I really wanted to go to this library, which is called Biblotecavasconcelos, and it's so difficult to pronounce, but it is such a beautiful library that I saw on Google, and I really wanted to go there. So here it is, and you're going to be amazed too. So we just entered into this huge building which looks kind of contemporary from the outside, so we didn't really know what treat was waiting for us on the inside, and this was it. I cannot tell you how difficult it was for me to catch all the perspectives, because everything looked just amazing. There were so many bookshelves, so many book racks, and it was a free entry. Like anyone just can come inside and do their reading. They can borrow books, and it is just amazing. The one that you see here is like an art installation, I believe. I'm sure that cannot be a dinosaurus skeleton, but it was amazing. So this was captured by my husband because he thinks he has a lot of videography skills, and looks like he does. So this is me walking and just thinking, will these guys have one English book? So upon asking the bookkeepers, they said that there are, but there's only like 5 to 10%, so we had to search a lot, but unfortunately we couldn't find any. But still, it was worth watching the entire architecture unfold and all the people just having fun in their silence. So from here we took a walk, and we really wanted to drink some chai or something, and somehow we searched for some Indian restaurants and found one. This was a cute little place, and I will put the name of the Indian restaurant below with its details, but it had like these small details of Indian design. You can see it on the tiles, you can see it the chair, and in general it was quite a good place. You can see how they have arranged some accessories around. The food was okay, it was not bad for Mexico. So from here we were getting late, so we had to go to our room for our checkout, and then now we are getting ready to get into another city called Monterrey. So in the Mexico airport, we saw something a little unusual that we don't see much in India, is that people were exiting from the same place where we actually enter, like I'm telling you, inside the gate. So do you see people actually coming out from the same place? I don't know why this is happening. I mean, if you know it, please go ahead and comment. But probably because of high traffic, or probably because of a lot of population traveling every day. Not sure, but if you know, let us know. So we are now off to Monterrey. So Monterrey is this beautiful city in Mexico, and by the way, I think it's high time that you know that the reason for our travel is not just for a vacation, but it is also because we are traveling for work, like I said before, and the work is nothing but getting our US B1 B2 visa sorted. And we were pretty nervous when we were going because this trip has to go well because of the amount of money that we spend, the amount of energy that we are spending. And if you have a visa of B1 B2, I'm sure you know the complexity that it has. We were quite nervous on how the interview is gonna be because it's a whole new country, and we were quite excited and nervous at the same time because the trip was going so well. At this point, we just wanted everything else also to go well. So we were all set because we had only another 8 hours before we had to be in the embassy. So of course, like you know, in the embassy we don't really get to click a lot of pictures, so we barely have some. But the moment we got down in Monterrey, it was super hot, by the way. So we were like, oh my god, why is it so hot? And then because Mexico City had this chilled out weather, but Monterrey was slightly opposite to that. But I think the anxiousness and everything about the next day's interview kept us going. But you should notice that while we were on our way to our hotel, which was like around 50 minutes from the airport, but it was close to the embassy, so that's why we chose it there. Do you see these lights? These lights were actually the lights of the houses that were in the mountains. So it was quite beautiful. And this was the next day when we completed our embassy work with all things done well. We got a B1 B2 visa and we were super happy because the interview was amazing. It was taken by an amazing person and we were very grateful. And do you see how beautiful the scene here is? All the mountains and how the city itself is surrounded by mountains. And we were done with our trip, with the successful trip, and we were coming back to Guadalajara. We were quite sad that the vacation is ending, but I think that's how life is. The vacation has to end and the real life begins. So we were done with our trip and we are back to Guadalajara. As soon as we got down in Guadalajara, the sky welcomed us with its pink arms. Like you can see, the weather was so good and we were so grateful for all the things that went right, all the moments that we shared, all the great things that we saw. We were so happy. We were vibing to some amazing Tamil songs. You can see both of us were equally tired and enjoying. It was a good trip and thank you for watching along. Stay tuned.